if you guys are fans of Ben Affleck. I'm a huge fan of Ben Affleck. He is my all-time favorite Batman. He came closest to me as far as really embodying what Batman physically, like his physical abilities, his capabilities, his aura, right? The fear. Batman basically, he evokes fear. Like criminal. If you saw Robert Pattinson's The Batman a few years ago, that scene where you got these hooligans, right? Just got off the subway. They're assaulting this dude, and then they start hearing footsteps, and then he shows up. See, that's fear. And even though that was, Batman's second year and he was growing into what Batman will eventually be, could you imagine if that was Henry Cavill and he just showed up and you're like this hulking, oof. Not Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck. Oh my God, I'm confusing Ben Affleck as Batman. Just that hulking figure, but at the same time, he did everything that you're like, we've been waiting to see Batman just being brutal. Like, especially when he's fighting. Oh. Anyway, one of my all-time favorite movies that he's done, Ben Affleck has done, is The Accountant. Now, The Accountant is obviously not a comic movie, but I just had to talk about it because they have a sequel. That movie was so good. The Accountant, it was so good. And then it gave us a look at John Bernthal, the Punisher, who happened to be the accountant's brother. It introduced us to him, and we all love him now. But when I tell you that movie was so good, and I think it's funny because I remember watching that movie and then watching him play Batman, and it's like he can really play these roles that we had never really seen him play. We've seen him play a lot of really different roles, whether it's a thriller, whether it's like a comedy, romantic comedy, but we had never really seen him really take on certain roles. And with The Accountant, it's like it's this guy who happens to have ADD or ADHD, but also has one of those, what do they call it, savant syndrome, where he is outstanding, like he's smart. You know what I mean? But he brought these worlds together, but at the same time, he was also a trained killer, an assassin. And it was so awesome to see him portray that character. That movie was so good. It's actually become this cult classic people love. And then now they're doing a sequel. I mean, it's been years. But I'm excited to watch this movie. I really am. It's funny because we never thought we would get one, but this is like this is just the upswelling of fans really always asking him, are you going to do a sequel to The Accountant? Are you going to do a sequel to The Accountant? And he decided, yeah, we're doing a sequel. And if you didn't know, he's a director too. But also, we're going to get back John Bernthal in the same movie, The Accountant 2. So this is me. I'm just pitching it because the first one was so good, and since then I've come to really like the way he acts. I haven't really seen a lot of movies where he directs, but his acting and his writing, because he also writes, is good. So if you haven't watched The Accountant, the original one, go watch it. And go watch the sequel, The Accountant 2, when it actually comes out in the theater. Anyway, I'll see you on the next episode. That was just me ranting and, letting you know this movie's coming out. Go see it. I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.